All right, the Mau Mau cheerleaders are out here now.
Checking out a couple of things and shit. That's about it, man. Looking at a couple of things. Yeah, Rojo. Rojo, I'm just chilling here. Tenfold.
The king of the kings.
Alright, man, I'm on the side, man. I'm checking it. The king without a crown. Alright.
Actually, Concrete, that king got a really, really big throne and a big-ass crown. But when he walked off the throne, he took the crown off and placed it right on the chair. And he's not quite ready to pick it up yet. Upon reinstatement and accounts unfreezing, I still might not be ready. But wait till after that warehouse opens down here. I might be ready.
Joe, I remember back in the day the kings used to have jesters. Do you have anything in mind?
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Anybody that knows my repertoire can tell you in Richie's big malls, only thing he had lots of working them counters and answering them phone were dime pieces. Petite, half tall, slender, built stack beauties. Whether he could pull them off the video screen stage or the dance floors or even the record label. Ooh. Hey, everything I do is star-studded, baby. Don't hate on me. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player. Just hate the games and the world we're in. It's a hell of a world we live in.
Leave him alone. Too busy fixing radios.
That's my boy right there.
Your boy?
It's my boy.
And you guys too?
Yeah. We go back too many years.
Uh-oh.
But he doesn't fix my radios.
Thank God.
Yo, Gyps. I charge too much money to fix radios now.
Irony break. Good at that.
Hey, Gypsy. Come on. Yeah, man, they got so many songs listed on that website. I gotta look at all of them and then get back to you on that song I was talking about. Well, I appreciate it, 10-4.
Concrete, you'll find it as soon as you start clicking on them and browsing through the lyrics. You will find it, dude.
Yeah, that was crazy, though. I was like, oh, my God, this song says Gypsy. I was like, I gotta tell Gypsy. And now I can't even remember the name. Oh, I'm so flattered. See, that's right. Nice, kind talk. Pretty butterflies. Think of the butterflies.
Hey, as long as he's not saying gypsy, tramp, and thief.
That's it. That's me, too. That's the song. Right there. I'm begging out.
Oh, no. We can't have that out here. We leave that on 6.
I just wish I could get on the roof, man. I'm looking out the kitchen window and I'm looking at my IMAX 10 feet off the fence, 11 feet off the ground, whatever it is, and I'm sick. And the SWRs are prime, perfect. Did I do something? Did I break something? Nah, I don't think you did.
You must have hurt his feelings.
Alright,
No, not you, Concrete. I think Gypsy hurt that other guy's feelings.
No, I don't hurt nobody's feelings.
No, I think he felt hurt when you told him we go back a lot of years. I think he felt really, really hurt.
Okay.
Oh, I don't care about that triple bullshit that goes on out here. I talk when I can. If I can't talk to you, I can't talk to you. It happens. That shit don't bother me. I forgot we were in 6th grade again in the schoolyard. Being bullied.
Oh, 6th grade, I was in PS 177, West 1st Street and Avenue P, in the heart of Bensonhurst, Brooklyn.
That's nice.
.177, one lucky.
What's the deal with this major solar sunspot that's going to wipe the earth out?
You see the rainbow?
Everybody's going to be seeing the damn rainbow.
Listen to me. When you don't see a rainbow for 5 years straight, then you better start to worry. But as long as you see that rainbow, I want you to understand that that rainbow is my Father's pact to you humans that he will keep your earth safe from nuclear or global warming harm. Wow. Imagine having the technology to live up to that expectation.
I think you're sniffing too much of that transistor compound, but okay, thank you.
Well, I figured I'd shed a little light on the fact. Not unless you're going to want me to tell you there's no such thing as aliens or no extraterrestrial life forms out there.
Sorry, Rich. Bullshit.
Come on, man. That water they found on the moon in 2004, that was all over the papers. I told them in 2000 they was going to find it. And exactly how it got there. Off whose belt, out of whose thermos, and what date it was put there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my daddy feeds me the wrong intel to talk about.
I know I put a Poland Spring bottle of water on top of my antron and keyed up my linear, and maybe I knocked it to the moon.
I got a better idea. Just strap a spray paint to the fluorescent light bulb to the master assembly and glow every time you key up.
We did that years ago. There's a lot of pieces of ice that hit the moon every day. Chunks of meteorites, ice. They could have been there at the right time when they found that piece of ice that was up there.
Yeah, but you see, that water doesn't have chlorine in it or other processing chemicals. You're right, Gypsy. That was a smart thought. But they analyzed it. The water came from Earth.
But I said I put a Poland Spring bottle on top of my antron and I launched it to the moon.
Yeah, Keep wishing.
Capabilities beyond your belief.
You want capabilities? Wider than Victoria Lake, taller than the Empire State Building he was born in. Walk on the moon, on that Russian moon camera, flipping them the bird and throwing them the moon from the moon. How's he flipping them the moon with a bare ass and no spacesuit? Wouldn't you like to know?
Alright, put the soldering iron down, get away from the fucking lead, and go take a nap.
Nah, come on, Gypsy. Let me ask you a real question. What if you were the astronaut, the Russian astronaut that went to the moon to retrieve your country's moon camera, and when you brought it back down to Earth and developed that shit, you got some teenage motherfucker on there flipping you the bird, smoking a Marlboro, and throwing you a moon? Well, Gypsy, how would you feel? What would you do? I mean, is that like the same thing as asking if you fell asleep, woke up, and your ass was greasy, would you tell anybody? I'm asking you, what would you do if you were that team of astronauts and those team of scientists that had to develop that and find that on your moon camera?
So somebody uploaded their satellite dish to a Russian satellite camera. Got lucky.
Yeah, but what about that thing he's waving in his hand? That big styrofoam #1. We retrieved the camera in what, the late 80s? Early 90s? The problem is that big styrofoam one he's waving didn't come out till the year 2000s. How you going to explain that? How you going to explain that, Gypsy?
I don't know. I'm going to go upstairs and ask my 8-year-old. I bet she can explain it to me.
All right. Well, my Department of Defense, they have a full explanation for it. And USSR can only tremble at what they can find out about that. But you go ahead and ask yourself those questions and tell me how you're going to explain you retrieving a moon camera in the 80s and the cat waving something in it on your screen. You don't see them things till the 2000s in Major League ball games. You explain that. I'll be back while you cogitate on that.
Okay, well, I'm going upstairs and taking a nap. Have a good nap. What happened? What'd I miss? I think Richie Radio was sniffing a lot of the compounds, I guess, for the lead or glue or I don't know.
Nah, Richie Radio's hurt. He's been out of weed since last night. It's a natural one, baby. It's all about being what you are.
What's up? Taking a break? New levels of weed? Way new levels. Spaceman, weird. He's going to tell you the whole story again, so I might start to throw up. I might have to leave. No, he's not going to tell me the story, because I really don't want to hear that story. I'm opting out. You know, like you can opt out on the website, I'm opting out. Unsubscribing. Unsubscribe, right, correct.
Uh-oh, JD's qualified to opt out. I'm quiet.
Oh, God. I just make donuts for Gia. Yeah, I would have quit that. Yeah. Hey, Richie, what's going on now? How about it, Richie?
Yeah, I apologize, Star. I walked away from the radio. Hey, man, bump it down to 28, sir.
All right. Talk to me, Richie.
What up, stranger?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing. You know, every now and then when I hear that line, how am I doing? And I gotta say I'm doing. I think it's some crooked bitch-ass lawyer that would stand there and tell you they're all eye candy. And stand there and tell you, well, it's my job to explain why he should only get 40 years instead of 100. Or it's my job to explain why he should only get 25 rather than 2 life sentences. Okay, more power to you, but, you know, the thing about doing, it's better to be doing than not be doing. Some people ought to practice what they preach. Because last I checked, I'm going to be rocking the mic for a couple of more centuries.
Hey, man. What you said? What you said? You talking off a Galaxy?
Yeah, Roger. Roger. Limiter intact. Mic tune-up.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. That radio sound good because I heard you from 28 on up when I was turning the dial to find out who was what and where was who, right? And I heard you splashing me from 28 all the way up to 31. That Galaxy is talking. You know I'm talking on the Galaxy Sat in there, Roger.
Well, I'm not going to lie. The reason why that happened, I'm not going to lie to you. For 31, it's a little overload. I had it all tuned up to 19. There's a large spread there, so it would have required me resetting the load and backing off on the load. Once I have a smart box here. Once I bring the load to the max, if I'm fool enough to go past it, I'm fool enough to splash. If I'm fool enough to stay where it is or crack a nose hair back from the dip, I'm good enough to have no intermod whatsoever and not even splash or downpin the adjacent radio on my counter that I'm using to listen to it with.
Oh, man. But like I said, man, you talking. Hey, look, you still giving hell out there?
Hey, man, I give them what they ask for, nothing more, man.
Alright, I hear you, Richie, but it's glad to touch base with you, man. Make sure everything's good. You doing all right? You know, I'm just waving a hand. I'm waving 2 fingers, matter of fact, 4 fingers, and an extra thumb on the other hand there, Roger?
Hey, Star, man, as sure as the sun will shine, as sure as I'm never allowed to fall or forget who I am, I ain't gonna be happy till I'm married and I'm reinstated. With those 2 factors involved, everything else is a dream breeze.
Hey, you said it all there, Richie. Alright, I just wanted to wave the hand to you. I wanted to make sure my radio hopefully is still sounding good. So I just wanted to make sure, you know, if this radio is sounding good, I know you definitely want to tell me that, Roger.
I ain't gonna tell you jack, dog. I'm gonna let you go find the video gate for today's date and time, and I'm gonna let you hear it for yourself. I don't give radio checks anymore. You know why? I couldn't get an honest one if I tried out here. But when they start coming at me like that, I know the thing's talking. I got one other thing I want to do to it. I'm gonna show you the difference between my tune-up with the limiter the way it is and the limiter gutted.
Alright. Well, look, those are true words spoken because if I ask for a radio check from you, right, and somebody else, you tell me I'm sounding good, and somebody else might say something is off more or less. So I know where you're coming from with that there, Roger.
I got a problem. I run a camera, I run a CB shop. I cannot afford to lie. I cannot afford to fall into the radio wah-wah. I'm doing what I do out here. I gotta call it exactly the way the rest of the world is hearing and seeing it. As close as I could get to elaborate that with vocabulary, the better off I am.
Hey, Richie, you said it all. I'm gonna get ready to do a quick click off this radio, but like I said, man, just glad speaking to you, Fives, and AV, man. I was hoping the whole gang, that the little gang would come on back out here and we rap for a little bit, but I gotta do some run. I gotta pick up my little Grand 44 from daycare right now, so. But like I said, Richie, man, sounding good, waving it to you, and you be good there, Roger?
Well, you know that saying that says the streets are listening, right? Or the streets are watching, right?
I thought it said the freaks come out at night.
Nah, man. The streets is watching, but the heavens are listening.
Later, Richie. Take care, man. Click, click.
I'm back to 31.
Barbecue pigeons. They're pretty good, right? I never had them, but, you know, I hear people order them. What? This fan is so loud. It is loud. Jim, when we were kids, we ate, we're up in the late 90s, you could still get them in the supermarket. Quail.